Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyk Farm Outfitters. With the holidays behind us, our team is already looking ahead to the 2026 season. And to help you get ready, we're hosting our second annual expo at our location near Exeter, January 27th. The expo covers 8 topics that matter to your farm. We'll discuss fungicides in heavy disease environments, liquid systems for your planter and how to choose the right one, how Washington is viewing important ag topics, and much more. Don't forget to stick around afterwards for the happy hour. Check out BoykFarmOutfitters.com for more info, and we'll see you there.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
It's the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th at the Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. Come see trophy deer, hunting seminars, hunting and outdoor exhibitors, a 3D archery tournament, enter the blind giveaway, and more. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate, January 16th, 17th, and 18th. Learn more at NebraskaDeerandGameExpo.com and find them on Facebook. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th in Lincoln.
Change begins with you. Join a weight loss medication study at Solarion and earn cash in the process. If you are 19 to 65 years old with excess weight to lose, you may qualify. Participants could earn up to $22,750 for their time. Study includes 1 2-night stay, 1 3-night stay, and 38 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/flamingo or call 866-213-2965. Weight loss not guaranteed.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Hey guys, this is former UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart-Smith. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good.
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to Thunderous Thursday. It is not thundering
So great to
outside
have you
right
back.
now. What'd you say?
So great to have you back.
Did you really mean that?
I do. I did. I do.
So wait, whoa. See, now you're a man of two opinions. First, you said I did, I do. What is the did part?
Well,
Be real with me, dog.
You take your sweet little time getting that microphone
I was
pulled up to
talking
you.
a sip.
I know, and then I warned you. I said,
was
"Hey, just a
paying
heads up. We got."
pleasantries to sip.
I said, "Hey, heads up. We got about 16 seconds until the music stops."
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And slowly move the microphone over.
And I was just looking at you and admiring my buddy.
I'm going over here 5, 4 until the music stops. And you're like, and you were about to have another conversation with me on the side.
Because I love you.
I appreciate that. AD, how are we feeling, my friend?
Brother, it's a blessing to be in the land of the living, as my dad would say.
Amen to that. Amen to
Monday
that.
and Tuesday was rough. Folks, it's good to be here on this Thursday. Before I go into that, kind of give you the rundown today. 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock here in the Lincoln, Nebraska, Lancaster area. Obviously, the weather is changed a little bit. Some kind of a mixed rain, snow mix is what they're talking about. So if you're out and about on the roads, be careful. All of our first responders, road crews are outside. God bless you. Be safe out there. But we can see it starting to precipitate right now. Nick, when it says 100%, it leaves very room for error on that margin of error. So it is going to be a mixture. So be careful out there. Got a great show for you today. I appreciate my man Swim in Austin and Jay Foreman, my little bro Jay Foreman. Appreciate you guys for filling in for me on Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. I was actually better yesterday, but just pretty tired from not sleeping a lot for 2 days. But before I get into that, folks, we're going to talk about the college football playoff tonight. Is the stream working right now, Swim?
The stream is not working.
Stream's not working. We'll get that figured out. And Swim, appreciate you for trying to figure that thing out.
Well, we got it figured out, and then it disconnected again. And so we are working through stuff. We have some people that are working in other locations, remoting into our software to try to work all those things out. People that are much smarter and better at technology than myself.
Well, in front of me, I've got tonight's helmets, the decals, the helmet game tonight, Ole Miss in Miami. The Canes, that's going to be a heck of a game tonight. We'll talk about that at 9:30. History at 9:45. 10 o'clock, what's going on in this crazy portal? So I heard you and Austin talking about the young man from Washington. We'll talk about him as well, which it just makes me blow my mind. It's like, what in the world is going on? Me and my neighbor John Squires were talking over the fence yesterday evening of just the craziness and the chaos of collegiate sports right now. Then we'll obviously talk about the ladies take on Indiana. 11-5. Indiana Hoosier team tonight at 7 o'clock. That'll be at the Vault, so we'll discuss that as well. But Swim, what I had was not pneumonia, but it's called pneumonitis.
Yes.
And pneumonitis is basically when you get some allergens into your lung. I was cleaning out. I didn't do anything Saturday. Saturday was Christmas. So I didn't do it
at families.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was at a Christmas Saturday and some brothers and all that good stuff. And then on Sunday, I was cleaning out the garage from all the Christmas stuff, the boxes, breaking those down, taking them to recycle, etc. But we had some pine needle from the decorations that were scattered throughout the garage, and so I was, had my blower, swept it all up, then my blower and blowing it out. Well, I'm sneezing and coughing. I'm just thinking, well, this is just, dust. Yep. Monday, if you remember, I reminded you yesterday,
yes.
I woke up, still went to the gym, worked out, kickboxing, whatever, and lifted. But man, my right side was just sore. I remember telling you, like, dude, I don't know why I'm sore. I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. So I'm going back in my head of things that are normal. I didn't do anything, back-wise or anything like that lifting. And Monday afternoon, Swim, it got progressively worse to where even taking a deep breath, I started feeling this piercing pain in my rib cage. So I was thinking it was gas because I was eating like Oscar the Grouch for about 10 days straight, just a trash can eating from all the holidays, etc. So I'm thinking, man, it's indigestion, bad case of gas, because my stomach was bubbling like a volcano, so I'm thinking something's up with that. Well, then Monday night, I didn't sleep well at all. Tuesday, it was bad.
Yeah.
To the point to where I didn't sleep much Monday. Tuesday during the day, man, I knew something was wrong, but I still didn't want to go to the emergency room.
Yeah, because you were being stubborn.
Well, probably some of that's true.
Yes.
But also I'm thinking, I'm not going to go to the emergency room for gas.
Yeah.
I mean, get paid, have to pay that much for gas.
Yeah.
But as it progressed until about 5:30 in the evening, I'm like, this is not gas, man. Gas does not pierce your lung when you're trying to breathe. And I went to bed about 8, and I sat there. I was like, if I can't lay down comfortably, I'm going to the ER. What's up, Jackaroo?
There he is.
The man, the myth, the legend, my man.
time for a stogie.
Yeah, he's going to get a stogie in 8, 9, 14.
He says it. That's what he says. Look at him.
Yeah. He's pointing at his watch out there. So I sit down on the side of my bed, man, and I'm just wheezing big time. And I look at Brooke. I was like, hey, I go out. I say, I think I need to go to the ER. Go to the ER. They run some tests. They do the EKG. That comes back fine. So it's not my heart. So that part I was grateful about. And then they did the CT scan. They take you through that big tube.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird, dude, because the CT scan, they say you're going to get really warm all over your body. And man, they weren't joking.
Really?
Yeah, you get really warm. And those of the listeners out there who've had a CT scan, exact that sensation I'm talking about. It's kind of a weird sensation. And you wait some more, then they put me on some drugs, and then you get loopy.
Yeah.
And I did hear her say, at first I thought she said Leonidas. I'm like, Leonidas was Sparta. You know who Leonidas is?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Do you?
I do. I'm aware of Sparta. I'm aware of all those things.
Sparta!
I don't say it like that. I just say it's Sparta.
She said, no, you have pneumonitis, not Leonidas. Pneumonitis. I didn't know what that was. I was like, pneumonia? She goes, no, it's in the same family. She goes, but we talked her back through the things I did, and she goes, it looks like there's an allergen on there from the dust and the things you're allergic to. I got alert because I know the last time I had this reaction, not with with this piercing pain, but it swelled up my face.
Oh.
Had a brother looking like Fat Albert.
Hey.
Lips like Angelina Jolie on that piece, man. But this time, because I breathed so much of it in, it just messed up my internal, like I said, just messed up my my lung. But dude, I feel 100% today. I did not work out yesterday. I just did walking today. I'll get back to the gym tomorrow. But man, I appreciate the thoughts, the prayers, and people reaching out. Hey. Yes, indeed.
Hold on.
Turn that up.
Hey. There you go, AD. The good news, I'm going to mute the stream this week.
Every Saturday morning, man, we get our chores done to make sure we can watch Fat Albert come on, man.
Is that right?
Rudy, obviously Fat Albert, man. It was Fat Albert and the gang. Their hideout, their hangout was the junkyard.
AD, it might be in a buzzkill right now.
How?
I don't know. Eric says, why is Nick trying to be a buzzkill? You know what this is? Honestly, I'm going to be as honest as possible.
What's that?
This feels weird not being on camera. Like, we don't have anybody watching our every move. It's really strange. And for me, there's usually a lot of buttons, not a lot of buttons, but I usually flip back and forth to make sure all the connections are going well and everything, and checking our YouTube stream. And shout out to Brian and GBR Captain on the YouTube stream, still hanging out with us as usual. But like, I sit here and I go, there's nothing. We're just on good old fashioned radio. This is back to like when I started here in 2019, and this is what we did.
It's old school. You can take off your shirt if you want to.
I can do whatever I wanted right now. Whatever I wanted.
You're good to go.
It's wild. It's interesting. It's different to think about.
Swim. You got a chance to swing the 6 this past weekend.
I did.
And you shot pretty solid.
I shot an 85. Not great, but it was Highlands and it was windy, so we took it. We took it for what it is.
Hey, IQ crew, appreciate you, man. Throat punch Thursday.
Yeah, they were trying to get Austin to throat punch me yesterday.
Thomas and Lincoln, good morning. Remember, Nick, you said you did miss AD. Did you say you missed me, Nick?
Of course I missed you.
My brother.
I texted you last night.
Yes, you did.
I missed you.
And I appreciate that too, man.
I know. Well, I thought about, I called you yesterday. I actually picked up the phone and called you.
I was honestly shocked.
Oh my gosh. You make me sound like a horrible human being.
No, I just got nervous. I'm like, this is the swim.
No.
I'm like, I'm like,
that is crazy.
He's calling me.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
This is awesome. The swim is calling me.
That means nothing.
That means a lot.
No, it doesn't.
Nick, do you know who you are? You wanted to start walking into places.
No,
and
I
just look at
don't
people
need
and
to.
say, do you know who I am?
I do not need to.
I am Swim.
It was funny. I did meet Bill Bush's sister-in-law. I forgot to tell Bill this yesterday. I forgot to ask her name, but I was at the baseball facility yesterday, and I was walking by after one of the lessons, and all I hear is, "Are you Big Swim?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I am." And she goes, "I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have called you Big Swim. I probably should have asked if you're Nick." And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, yeah, I thought it was you." She goes, "I'm Bill's sister-in-law." And I was like, or Bill's my brother-in-law. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And so then gave her a hug, and I kind of walked away, and that was it. So
Swim,
I feel bad because I didn't ask her name.
Okay, do you know what transpired when she asked you and she said, "Are you Big Swim?"
I did not.
You know what that's called? That is called amazing marketing and branding.
I know,
because
I don't want to admit that nickname sticks and works so well.
It is branding.
But it works so well.
It is personal branding gold. Because think about this. This is you're in the same.
Oh my gosh.
You're in the same breath now. When people see Sylvester Stallone, they don't say, "Hey, Sylvester." They say, "You're Rocky."
That's not.
Swim.
That's not exactly
you.
What I would compare it
are
to.
Rocky.
I would not compare it to that.
Swim. It's branding. Your name, your code name, your radio name, your movie name, your theater name, your screen name has superseded your real name. That's called branding gold.
I told myself when I got in this, I thought, you know what? I don't want to get into the radio name. I don't want a radio name.
Too late, buddy.
But now here we are. And it's all because
it's galvanized. 2 years in, it's not going anywhere.
I'm going to 15 years from now. Who knows where I'll be, what I'll be doing? But
it'll still be
if I'm still doing radio, which by the grace of God, hopefully I am. I'll still think back. You know what? 17 years ago, Steve Sipple was trying to make fun of me unintentionally, and there we go.
You know how long I've been AD?
How long? Well, probably since college.
33 years.
Yeah,
older than you. AD, the name, and it came from the great Turner Gill.
Yeah.
My name's Turner. My wife's name is Gail. I'm from Texas.
Somebody says you better, or Disc Golf Jake says you better trademark Big Swim before I do. Yeah.
Hey, real talk, Toe Swim. I've got some things planned for you that it's going to be pretty sweet when you see it.
Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Things planned for me?
Yes, I do. It's pretty dang cool. I got some things cooking.
Whoa.
Let me cook.
I'm gonna get out of the kitchen.
I got some things rolling.
Big Golf Guy says Eldrick. No, it's Tiger. Nick. No, it's Swim.
That's good, dog.
Here I am. I forgot about triple pump. That was rough. That was a rough slow pitch softball game.
Hey, dog, Eric, what's up? Miss you, brother. He goes, they say a throat punch a day keeps the doctor away.
That's crazy. What does it do if I block you, Eric?
Oh, leave E-Dog alone.
No. I mean, AD, should we get into a little bit of sports here in the last couple of minutes of the show?
I want to ask you about this. I know you and Austin talked about it. And again, big shout out to Austin Orman, AO, and my man, little brother Jay Foreman. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
More than you guys know. The whole crew, David and Raph, my guys, EU, Jay, Cedric, John, all those guys. Just the whole crew, man. Appreciate you. Little dog, Matt Blankenbiller. Hope you're feeling better. You and the fam. There's a lot of people that are sick right now. In fact, text us in if your house has been infiltrated by those deadly viruses that are going out there. A number of people are dealing with type A flus and some nasty stuff. Swim, my thoughts very quickly. I think as we stand and look at the portal in NIL, more and more, I'm not faulting the kids because you see a lot of things. Oh, nobody's loyal anymore. No one's this anymore. And I totally get the argument. But, Nick, we can't blame the athlete for moving in a space to where there's no regulations. They're looking out for their best interest financially, where they get the most. Is there loyalty? No. Is it about the bag? Let's be honest. Yes, it is.
I was reading an article yesterday regarding Damon Williams, the Washington quarterback, and I thought that this summed it up really, really well because there's a large group of people that are saying, well, can't they just force Damon Williams to play?
It's not technically employee.
Bingo. Is the NCAA and college athletics have tried so hard over the last decade plus prior to NIL, and they've tried to make it very clear that these athletes are not employees. Well, so if they're not an employee, then you cannot require them to work, and you cannot require them to obey. Yes, a contract you can legally, but in terms of what we're talking about with this specifically, you can't force them to play, which creates such a broken system. And hey, here's the thing: when you have Jed Fish's wife on Instagrams and commenting things on other Instagram posts about what Damon Williams was doing, things got messy really, really quickly.
Let me ask you this, Swim. What is this reception if he has to come back?
Well, I mean, hey, win us some football games where everything's all good. I seriously think that that's just the mindset. I mean, you can be mad all you want, but at the end of the day, you know what makes everybody happy? Go win a football game.
It'll be all.
Does that make us shallow as people?
The system has created that.
But does that make us shallow? Like when it's like, hey, you know what? I don't care what you do behind closed doors. I don't care how you operate. I don't care what your priorities are. As long as you show up on Saturdays and you win Washington University a football game, we're all good.
Nick, I think we ought to just address the elephant in the room. We know good and well at every program, college and pro, there are things that go on behind closed doors and behind the scenes, away from the cameras, away from social media, that people in said areas know that it's going on. I can just, Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Lansing. I can go to other places as well. And you know what's happening. But if you're winning, they go like this. You can't see me on the text line, but I'm just looking the other way.
Yeah.
They look the other way.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of it. We know that, and to say otherwise would be awfully, awfully amateurish and childish. We know it happens. Winning takes care of a lot of it, unfortunately.
It's about time for us to take a break. And after we get back, there was some news as soon as early break ended, right as we kind of crossed over into the drive, and that's Kenneth Williams enters the transfer portal. And so Nebraska is going to be without Kenneth Williams going forward. He was named an all Big Ten specialist in this last season, and there was a little bit of confusion and curiosity as to why Kenneth Williams wasn't returning kicks in the bowl game last Wednesday against Utah. And I'm not saying that he was gone prior to that day. However, some stuff happens behind the scenes, and that's a Lincoln High grad that's now going to be looking for a new home.
So I know he's got ties. He was in Detroit before he got here up in Michigan. I wonder if Fitzgerald reaches out. Does Whittingham reach out? Does Indiana? It just makes you curious because he's from that area originally.
I don't know.
Spent time there, but who knows?
This is a. I cannot overstate this. This is a crucial time for Nebraska. Like this is on multiple fronts. This is crucial. I mean, I have no problem saying this. came across Rob Orich on the way into work today. There was recruits over at our friends at the Kindler Hotel and stuff. And so I was making my walk over, and he was standing outside and made the introduction and stuff like that. And so like it's a busy time, but ultimately this is a very, very crucial moment.
And so when we come back, before we hop in the game, I want to, because I don't want to rush this topic, but what I want to preface it is this, and we'll come back because you mentioned it. We don't know all that's being said behind closed doors.
100%.
And I want to talk back on that again when we come back from the break. Folks, it is Thursday morning. It is January 8th. Tonight, you got Miami taking on Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl. We'll talk about that again. There's things that happen behind closed doors that sometimes unbeknownst to us. We'll be right back.
Change begins with you. Join a weight loss medication study at Solarion and earn cash in the process. If you are 19 to 65 years old with excess weight to lose, you may qualify. Participants could earn up to $22,750 for their time. Study includes 1 2-night stay, 1 3-night stay, and 38 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/flamingo or call 866-213-2965. Weight loss not guaranteed.
Hey guys, this is former UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart Smith. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyk Farm Outfitters. With the holidays behind us, our team is already looking ahead to the 2026 season. And to help you get ready, we're hosting our second annual expo at our location near Exeter, January 27th. The expo covers 8 topics that matter to your farm. We'll discuss fungicides in heavy disease environments, liquid systems for your planter and how to choose the right one, how Washington is viewing important ag topics, and much more. Don't forget to stick around afterwards for the happy hour. Check out BoykFarmOutfitters.com for more info, and we'll see you there.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather, sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: scattered rain showers likely throughout the day. Be cooler and breezy with the high around 40. Tonight, continued rain showers with a wintry mix and snow possible, a low around 28. And tomorrow, a slight chance of snow, otherwise mainly cloudy and breezy, a high near 40. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild has a delicious way for you to enjoy beef brisket. It's our open-faced hot beef sandwich. We start with our grilled Texas toast. Add a scoop of creamy mashed potatoes. Load them up with some tender Hog Wild beef brisket. And top it off with our tasty brown gravy. It's absolutely delicious. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I got 6 seconds.
I have the mic on so everybody can hear.
Time waits for no man.
Yeah. The clock is still ticking. Anyway.
Folks, this segment is brought to you by our very own, the fine lad that just drove down to the east on O Street. That is Jack Russell, a well-respected representative with Farm Bureau Financial Services since 1999. Jack can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you and your family. Jack, love you. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Nick, we talked about there's conversations that have behind closed doors that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Perfect example is K-State linebacker McGuire Richmond. He's entered the portal after being released by the school. He shared this on social media. He was a 3-star recruit in the class of 2025. Number 15 player in the state of Kansas, chose the Wildcats over Iowa and Memphis. Today, he goes, today I was informed, this was on yesterday, I was informed by the KSU coaching staff they were releasing me. Therefore, I'm immediately entering the portal with 4 years of eligibility remaining. Kind of gives his background, stats, etc. Swim, here's something by a gentleman chimed in. He goes, this is what's happening all across the country. If you see players entering the portal from your favorite school, just know that a large number are being forced out unwillingly. Most players just aren't as open and honest as this dude is about it. Swim, I want to keep that as something because you mentioned earlier there's conversations that happen behind closed doors that we're all not privy of. For instance, we don't know all the conversations that happen here at Nebraska. We just don't. That's just the bottom line. We're going off the best information we have at hand.
And to be fair, you might not want to.
Exactly.
I mean, you might, let's just be honest. We might not want to know all the details about how Nebraska does business.
Well, you know what? And
I don't mean that in a necessarily negative way. It comes across negatively, but
yeah, to me, I don't care. I do care. But there are going to be things to where it's easy to speculate in this world of social media.
Big time.
Where people just put something out there that is totally inaccurate and some people run with it. Yep. Perfect example, Nick. There's a parody account. There's a number of parody accounts. Pete Nakos is one. There's one guy that's out there. It's spelling is almost identical.
It's almost identical. That's right.
So it's like that old saying again, as I always say.
Well, now you got all this grok stuff too.
Yes.
Where you got people that are like, hey, read the article. Grok, who's supposed to visit today?
Yes, people
it's wild.
It's just they're asking unverifiable. They're claiming unverifiable sources that this thing is true. But it goes back in the day where Reagan during the Cold War was saying, trust but verify. Mm-hmm. You got to verify your sources. I'll even say this, even with Minshew. Nick, I don't know why that man decided to go someplace else other than money. Yeah. I don't know if Nebraska did this or that. It's easy to say, well, did Nebraska do this? I don't know.
And that's why you have to.
I don't know.
That's why you have to really be careful. So in terms of social media follows and in terms of information you trust, is because you will find out that there are very few people that get to actually talk to like the agents. And that's why the people that there's a reason why those are the select few. And the reason is because they haven't done anything wrong in the past, right? Like if AD tells me valuable information and says, hey, Nick, let's keep this under wraps. Then if I go out and spew it,
and no one only told you, I'm going to know pretty quick.
The likelihood of me getting some privy information from AD going forward is pretty slim. But if I'm able to keep a lid on it, then yeah, you know what? Yeah, then we'll see what happens. So these guys this is where there's been a lot on Twitter about fan accounts and about burners and things like that. And people always go, why does the media get so pissed off about it? Well, it's because the success of our jobs is based off of our reputation. That's the honest truth. Whether or not you're respected in this business is one of the few things that you can really hold on to, and you used to be able to firmly control, and you still can control it. And so ultimately, when we talk about, we get on the air and we are very strategic, rightfully so, about what we say and how we say it, because things can get misconstrued and misinterpreted so easily. And if it does once, then you're moving 3 steps back.
I've always believed this, Swim. I was having a conversation with my business partner yesterday. People may question your opinion, but if they question your credibility, you're done.
Yeah.
You can question opinions all day long. This is my thought on this. This is my take on this. But when they question your credibility, your integrity on an issue or said issues, you're done at that point. You think about if Adam Schefter, Nakos, and some of the other premier names was constantly spewing out false information without verifying that it's true. They would no longer have careers, man.
Yeah.
So sometimes when people, when they say, listen, I can't speak on that, usually sometimes it was done in confidence. Hey, this was a conversation I had and it was said not to speak up. So when the time's right, I will. And often, and I can understand people say, why don't you tell us? Well, because I gave this person my word. If you start going back to your point, Nick, if you start going back on your word with your sources,
yeah,
you're not going to have any more sources.
Great example. I'll say this. I have no problem sharing this story. I shared it with you guys because there's also something you say about like people that you trust. And so I'll say this. It was after Michigan. It was post bye week, and I know you know where I'm going with this. It was post Michigan. Nebraska just lost, to the Wolverines, and it was the bye week. And then the following week they played Michigan State. Nebraska did, and by just chance, I ended up sitting right next to Coach Eckler on a plane, and he was going back home to Tennessee or to Georgia. I can't remember where actually, because he was going to go see his daughter during senior night, play volleyball during the bye week. And anyway, he was gonna. We got up to talking and stuff. And I was asking him questions about football. Like I was asking him genuine football questions. And it was so funny because out of nowhere, he's like, hey, Nick, he's like, listen, Michigan State does this one thing. And he goes, if they won't run a rugby style punt to the right, he goes, I guarantee you we're blocking it next week. He goes, I guarantee you. And he was like, but hey, let's keep that a little quiet. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, no worries. Like, and you have confidence, obviously, as a coach, right? And the likelihood, I thought, sitting there going, okay, yeah, you know what? You're calling yourself, you're gonna block a punt. Sure, whatever you say. And I ended up, the next week, they ended up blocking the Michigan State punt because they gave him the look.
We all went nuts when
we all went nuts. Our group chat, because I told like you and Jay, I told a couple of guys, like, hey, this is what they said. It's interesting and stuff. And there were some other details of the conversation that I kind of kept internal, but then I ended up tweeting it out. And I texted Coach, and I was like, hey man, I was like, nice job, like you called it, and he just gave me the thumbs up, and he says it's the guys that did everything right, they executed it well, and it was really really cool to kind of get those thoughts and stuff. And so at the end of the day, I tweeted out, and the amount of people that would text or that replied and was like, yeah, no, right, no, this didn't happen. Why didn't you tell us 3 weeks ago that there's no way this happened? Sure, yeah, we believe this. It's crazy the amount of distrust that people just have on over the course of just general population, if that makes sense. It's crazy. But anyway, that's one example of many.
It's you have no legs to stand on in this space if you out your sources. So you got to be very careful with those as well. Also, some breaking news before I back into this. Miami decides to part ways with McDaniels. They fired Mike McDaniels just shortly. Dolphins owner Stephen Ross met with McDaniel this week to discuss the season. Meeting reflection, Ross decided to move on. Swim, are you surprised by this move at all?
No, I'm not. It was reported yesterday that the Dolphins were in conversations and meeting with John Harbaugh, and so I'm sure that means essentially gauging interest. And yeah, Jake's wandering around here somewhere, and I texted him, and I was like, "See you later, Mike." I texted him, and he goes, "Today is a great day." So I don't know. I might take Jake to lunch to celebrate.
Yeah, Harbaugh is going to have his pick. He's going to be heavily sought after. Me and you didn't get a chance to discuss this. We'll definitely discuss this throughout. But Nick, I just want to go again, man. We don't know the conversations, all the conversations that take place behind the scenes. Sometimes players are asked to be released. Sometimes the players are requested, hey, you know what? We don't have a spot for you next year.
Yeah.
And I just want to reiterate as well, college sports, as far as scholarships, they've always been 1-year contracts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just more in the on the front porch right now because of the portal and because of NIL. Those things are more in the know to the fans.
Well, and this, you might not have seen this. Ross Dellinger of Yahoo, I believe he's still with Yahoo. He somehow, some way got a copy of the proposed contract that LSU sent to Brendan Sorsby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did you see this at all? And what teams are going to eventually do. And this is when you know you're in big business. And I would imagine that Nebraska is doing this as well. I'll say I can neither confirm nor deny. I would imagine, I would hope that Nebraska does this, is that they start to get their multimedia partners involved. Mm-hmm. LSU is also a member of Playfly, the same way Nebraska is. And essentially, it becomes when you involve your multimedia partners, it becomes uncapped per people within athletic departments. I will say, they say when you involve multimedia partners, it is uncapped. So it's really interesting to hear some of the conversations there.
I tell you what, bro, it takes a whole nother breath, just a flame that just goes out when you connect with those folks that specialize in that space, man. So Folks, it's a crazy time to be in this space. IQ Crew, great point. You go swim. Back in the day, there was radio, newspaper, and TV. Nowadays, with expanded social media, there's so many podcasts and whatnot. They claim to be experts in the know, but they end up being nothing but a super fan with a microphone.
And once again, it's the news cycle. There's so much going on right now, and we are always starving for new information, AD. And so even if here's the thing, the honest truth is, like, if I were to sit there and I say something outlandish today, okay, 24 hours later, there's going to be something else that's outlandish that somebody else will say. So there's no repercussions for me. And there might be, because I'm at a respectable spot.
Yeah, your credibility.
I'm at a credentialed station and things like that. So there might be some repercussions, but for those that aren't members of credentialed stations,
They can say whatever they want.
They can say whatever they want, and 48 hours later, people forget about it.
Me and you both know, and a lot of you listening know a lot of people out there that'll say a lot of things. And I'm just simply saying, they are free to do that. You are free to get a microphone and share your thoughts, your opinions. You are not free from the backlash, though. You are free to do anything you want, but you're not free from the backlash or the consequences of those actions, man, as we've all found out in different ways in our own lives. But it's just, in this space, man, I mean, when you have sources, you have to make sure you protect those sources, or you will no longer have sources again.
Yeah.
Folks, we'll be back with a history segment. 10 o'clock, top of the hour. The portal, what's going on? What's happening? There's a lot going on, for sure, as there are 8 days left of this mayhem in the portal. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild has a delicious way for you to enjoy beef brisket. It's our open-faced hot beef sandwich. We start with our grilled Texas toast. Add a scoop of creamy mashed potatoes. Load them up with some tender Hog Wild beef brisket and top it off with our tasty brown gravy. It's absolutely delicious. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
It's the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th at the Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. Come see trophy deer, hunting seminars, hunting and outdoor exhibitors, a 3D archery tournament, enter the blind giveaway, and more. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate, January 16th, 17th, and 18th. Learn more at nebraskadeerandgameexpo.com and find them on Facebook. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th in Lincoln.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyk Farm Outfitters. With the holidays behind us, our team is already looking ahead to the 2026 season. And to help you get ready, we're hosting our second annual expo at our location near Exeter, January 27th. The expo covers 8 topics that matter to your farm. We'll discuss fungicides in heavy disease environments, liquid systems for your planter and how to choose the right one, how Washington is viewing important ag topics, and much more. Don't forget to stick around afterwards for the happy hour. Check out BoykFarmOutfitters.com for more info, and we'll see you there.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, scattered rain showers likely throughout the day. Be cooler and breezy with the high around 40. Tonight, continued rain showers with a wintry mix and snow possible, a low around 28. And tomorrow, a slight chance of snow, otherwise mainly cloudy and breezy, a high near 40. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this wonderful, thunderous Thursday in Husker history. If you're not old enough, you won't remember this because I was only about 12 years old, but I faintly remember this. Houston Oilers general manager Ladd Herzog is keeping his promise to conduct an exhaustive search for the next head coach. One name apparently was scratched from the list. Tuesday was Nebraska's Tom Osborne announced he would remain with the Cornhuskers. He declined to name any prospective coaches, but the Oilers reportedly have interviews scheduled with former Cleveland coach Sam Rudigiano, San Francisco assistant coach Paul Hackett. He was in the league for a long time. United States football coaches Dick Corey of Portland and Jacksonville's Lindy Infante. Coach Osborne was rumored at that time. He says, no, guys, I'm gonna stay here in Nebraska. Houston Oilers had interest in Coach Osborne along with many other. The closest to my knowledge that coach had to leave in was to Colorado. And he had the conversation with the awesome Nancy Osborne. And he goes, how could I look these recruits in the face that I was just talking to and then leave? Those days are done. They don't even look the recruits in the face anymore.
It's going to be like, hey, I just wanted to come tell you, look you in the face when I say I'm leaving.
I'm out.
But hey, if you want to come too, I got a spot.
Yeah.
They got more money over there. You want more money?
Just reading that.
I wanted more money.
Doesn't it show you how much college sports have changed? Because that was one of the things that Coach Osborne said. He goes, how could I look these guys in the face that I was just visiting with to come to Nebraska and then I leave?
Yeah.
Those days are just done. And I'm not knocking the coaches that are doing it now. It's a different landscape, different era. But one thing that doesn't change is commitment, to your school, the place where you're at. But it is what it is now, man. But a little history there, man. What you got, brother, man?
How about this? On this day in, I was looking around in, what was this, 2000? The Music City Miracle.
Oh, swim.
This day, AFC wildcard.
You missed a tremendous, exhilarating game that it's still just, I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
Still can't believe it. The late Steve McNair, the late Steve McNair is the quarterback on that team that year. Eddie George was the running back. It was just chaos. Have you seen the highlights of it?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
It was just absolutely
Those
insane.
are the highlights that play in like the Walmarts on all the TVs when they're just on the shelves when, those are the highlights where it's like top 10 NFL plays of all time. And it's the Music City Miracle's always up there.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Folks, when we come back, we're going to discuss portal news. There was a signing last night as well. We'll discuss that along with the other ones and track them. I want to get Nick's opinion and thoughts on the young man we got out of UNLV at QB. We'll discuss when we come back. It's The Drive.
Change begins with you. Join a weight loss medication study at Solarion and earn cash in the process. If you are 19 to 65 years old with excess weight to lose, you may qualify. Participants could earn up to $22,750 for their time. Study includes 1 2-night stay, 1 3-night stay, and 38 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/flamingo or call 866-213-2965. Weight loss not guaranteed.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ladies, we are back. Men, we are back. Nebraskans, we are back. Swim.
Hello.
We are back. It's not, like I said, when your air name supersedes your real name, you have arrived. That's why I called you the man that everyone wants to be.
But
you're the man of the people.
Couldn't be farther from the truth.
It couldn't be farther from the truth. Yes, it is the truth, Swim. You are the man, the myth, the legend.
AD, would you like to hang out tonight and watch the football game?
Here's what
Shocker. No.
Here's what has to happen. I got a Zoom at 5:30.
Okay.
That's going to go until 7:30.
Jeez,
But hear me out.
Louise, what
Hear me
are
out.
we zooming about?
It's some information I need to know.
Okay.
I'm not going to say this. I would like to know for a project I'm working on. But rest assured, my camera will not be on.
Okay.
I will have the champ, the semifinals, on the left on my iPad, and on the Husker game up on the. I might even do the quad box up there, man.
Wow.
But I will be. This webinar's got some pretty cool information, and
Okay.
it's not going to be recorded. So that's what I'll be doing. Otherwise,
Well, if anybody wants to watch the game with me, let me know.
You act like Swim. People line up to watch games.
That
with
is
you.
not true.
Hey,
But-
Swim.
So,
Hey, Swim.
if that was the case, you would have said, "Yeah, Nick, you know what? I'll go ahead and do that. Let's do that."
Well, I didn't necessarily say I was lined up. I said other people were lined
Yeah,
up.
exactly, right.
People lined up to watch it with you.
No.
However, tomorrow may be an option because that's going to be good too with Indiana. We'll talk about them, Indiana versus Oregon tomorrow. But Slim, I do. What
Okay,
you laughing
here we
at?
go. See, this is why you can't. You got to stop saying stuff. This is fully AD talking about how people want to be me. This is not me saying that. Coligan J says Nick never reads my texts on air.
Shocker.
Not true. Not true. And I don't like the fact that he is so much younger than me. I do not like Nick, nor do I want to be him. Sincerely, Coligan J. Kevin from Lincoln says you guys are hilarious. Thomas in Lincoln, I don't want to be Nick. I'd be a Cubs fan, and that makes me barf. Well, the Cubs just got Edward Cabrera yesterday, so
I like
no
how
big
you
deal.
said that. The Cubs just got Edward Cabrera yesterday.
They did get Edward Cabrera yesterday, so it's not such a bad day to be a Cubs fan. Eric says, I don't want to watch the game with Nick. Eric, I don't want to be in the same room as you, so I wouldn't want to watch the game with you either.
You know, I got to read this, man.
Oh, this should be good.
No, it's actually really good. I got to read this. This comes in live from our group text.
Stop. Don't out me, AD.
No, this is a different group text. This is my buddies from junior high.
I'm not in this one.
Well, because you weren't alive
I
yet.
wasn't in junior high with you.
But Troy says, man, I'm super excited. I would love to get Harbaugh. He's a Dolphins fan.
Yep.
But being a Dolphins fan, we know how quick this can change. Watch Miami go after someone else. You know, here's what I'm going to say to my buddy Troy Bothy, who is a diehard Dolphins fan, along with our very own Jake Sorensen. You never know. You never know if Harbaugh goes there. My question is this: what do you do with Tua? Because
Yeah,
I'm not keeping Tua. I'll eat the money.
If I'm Harbaugh, I maybe that's a condition.
It would have to be, and it's not a knock. This is about business. It's not personal. Great kid, great young man, but dude, the franchise, you can get a new coach all you want.
Yeah.
But if you got the same driver and you can get a new car, but if the driver can't drive the car, it's a wrap.
Good point.
It's a wrap. So I'm hoping, Troy, for your sake, Jake Sorensen, I'm hoping your sake, that whoever you get makes a decision, because you have to make a move at quarterback. Because Swim and all of you astute listeners know, and watchers of sports know, if you don't got a quarterback, good luck. Believe me, in Pittsburgh, I've experienced it for years since the departure of Big Ben. It's been up and down. If you don't have a quarterback at the collegiate level, the pro level, good luck with any long-term success. Which leads us to Nebraska. Nick, you were so wrong about the Music City Bowl.
Thomas and Lincoln says, AD, if Nick gets snobby, you should out him.
You know, Thomas, Nick does some things. When we first started, he says he did miss me. Then he said he did miss.
I do miss you.
I know. Sometimes I question your credibility with me. I question your love.
You question
In the words
credibility.
of Keith Sweat back in the day, David Freehoff and Jay Foreman remember this. There was a song like, you ever heard of Keith Sweat before, Swim?
No.
How deep is your love? Someone started asking you all the time, how deep is your love for me, man?
What's the appropriate answer there? Because I don't want to sound. I don't want to be
Infinity
too over
times
the
infinity.
top. Well, I don't want to be too over the top.
Infinity. I love you infinity times infinity.
Ooh. All right, yeah.
On that note, folks, we're going to a break.
Okay, yeah, we got to talk about some things.
How deep is your love?
There was a kiddie pool in the Seward City pool that I used to go to with my cousins. That's how deep.
Folks, the love for commitment is not deep, unlike Keith Sweat. He said, how deep is your love? That's something we could also ask. That's a nice segue, Swim, you got to admit. That is something that's a question with collegiate athletes today. But however, though, Swim, it's not their fault. The adults in the room have allowed this to happen. We've talked about this numerous times. Nebraska's portal news as of late, where it's at, where it's going. Kind of a quick rundown. Obviously, we found out this morning Kenneth Williams, Nebraska return specialist, all conference return specialist, is now in the portal, formerly of the greatest high school in the city. I'm just going to say the state. Who am I fooling? Lincoln High. Lincoln High. Kenneth Williams is out. At least he's put his name in the portal. Dexter Foster, linebacker from Oregon State, turns into a Husker. Dwayne McDougal was formerly, where the heck was McDougal?
San Diego State.
San Diego State. He was in Aztec, Nebraska. Anthony Calandria. What do you think? What's your initial thoughts about Calandria?
I like him.
You and Austin talked about initial thoughts.
I like him. I think it's it's here's where I go back and forth. And Austin and I got kind of deep into it yesterday, where this tells you, I think Nebraska initially, when they went into the portal, they were looking for somebody that could potentially battle out TJ Lateef for the job in 2026. There's a lot of different avenues you can go. Nebraska ultimately, whether it was because their hand was forced and they felt like, this was the best available player, or this is the direction they initially wanted to go. I think that after Kenny Minchey decided to go to Kentucky and head coach Will Stein over there, I think they looked around and said, okay, rather than us focusing on maybe getting a 2-year guy, now it's time, because in the portal, as we've seen, quarterbacks is an area and a position that moves incredibly quick. And so I think that they looked at it and said, okay, rather than worrying about a 2-year guy, now that option number 1 for us is not available anymore, and that was Kenny Minchey, let's go ahead and find the best available player. And that was, in their minds, Anthony Calandria.
Swim, we don't know all the inner workings of why, other than money, that Minshew decided to go Kentucky.
I can tell you why. It's coaching. Will Stein has Bo Nix in the NFL. Will Stein is about to have Dante Moore get drafted in the top 5 overall players. Does Nebraska have any ounce of quarterback development to hang their hat on?
So again, though, we know that is true, what you just said.
Yeah.
We still don't know if that's the ultimate reason, though.
Per Max Olson and ESPN, Nebraska, per Kenny Minchey's camp, Nebraska offered more money than Kentucky.
There you have it. He made that decision. So when people say, Nick, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So when people say Nebraska's not willing to pay, that's not true.
This is my thing.
And I'm glad you mentioned
know what that
that.
tells me? That tells me overpay. To be fair.
But overpay
Yeah,
or pay?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you want to hear?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Overpay, underpay, Nebraska is willing to pay.
And for the purists that are out there, that are sitting there going, college football is so broken, and it is to a certain extent, this just goes to show, and I think similar can be said for Dylan at some point as well, is that while money can be the main driver for a lot of guys, you know what also is?
Development.
Dudes want to get to the league. Dudes want to win, and they want to get to the league. And that's never going to change, no matter how broken the system is. Sure, are you going to have some that are outliers that might say, yeah, you know what? I want to go to this place. Damon Williams, right? Is there really an NFL outlook for him? Maybe not, right? His ceiling might be college football, right? And that's okay. And it's important for you to assess that and say, all right, $6 million is more than $4 million, so let me try to get that $6 million. Like that's the honest truth there. And so, but for a lot of guys, and I can say this because we get to have conversations with a lot of those players, is that their number one goal, what they want to get to, the league. And right now, unfortunately, Nebraska doesn't have a whole lot of developmental statistics to hang their hat on to show that they have the ability to develop guys and get them to the league.
Swim, you know what solves all of these things for the most part? And we talk about this a ton. Win. Simply win. Are there other guys? Are you going to get every guy you want? No. Neither is Georgia. Neither is Indiana. Neither is Ole Miss. Neither is Miami. Neither is Oregon. You're always going to get the guys you win. But I tell you what, you increase your chances and likelihood of signing said players if you win. But Nick, to your point, you win because of development. You win because of doing your due diligence and making sure this player is the right fit on your team, at their position, etc. So all of those things, you don't win if you don't got those other parts together first.
Yeah.
And it goes right to your point. So if you're not developing guys, if you don't have a body of work that you're putting players to the next level, dude, it is what it is. And Nick, to your point, some of these kids, not all of them, but some of these kids are saying, you know what, yeah, the money's nice, but I'm not going to make my decision based off, $500,000, which sounds crazy. But when you're getting 4 or 4.5 or 5, at the end of the day, it's like, and when you got great recruiters, just simply say, hey, kid, we may not be able to offer you $5 million that you want, but we'll give you 4, which still seems absurd not even saying this, but it is what it is. But I tell you what I'll do. You'll make up that $1 million shortfall because I'm going to get you to the next level.
Yeah.
And Nick, not only that, here's my resume.
And this is where like the folks that are so much historians. Okay, we'll say this. And this is going to speak to the older generation. That might make them mad that I'm saying this, and that's okay. Because I hope you guys can see through and why I'm saying this. History at Nebraska is great. It's crucial. It's crucial to the success of the program, and you need it, right? However, let's not get it twisted that AD, if you're recruiting me and I'm a quarterback in this case, or if I'm an offensive lineman's a great example, right? Offensive lineman. You can tell me, hey, Nick, look, in the 90s, we had a pipeline and we want to get back to that. Right now, if I'm that offensive line recruit, I'm saying, okay, are any of those coaches there? What have you done in the last 5 years? Have you gotten anybody to the league? Well, yeah, Cam Jurgens is the one. Okay, cool. Well, I got school X over here that sent 3 last year to the league. And 3 years before that, they were the Remington Award winner. And 2 years before that, they sent 2 in the league. So how can I compete to that?
Nick,
and the honest truth is the only response that realistically that you can have as a coach, and this isn't just Nebraska, schools all over the country deal with this when maybe they're getting negatively recruited against for these same reasons. They have 2 options. They can say, hey, look, you're right. I'm gonna try to sell you on you be the one to start changing that. Okay, well, if you're in the portal, you're looking for instant success, and that's okay. And then number 2 is, okay, look, yeah, you're right. We understand we might have to pay a little bit more to get you.
Let me make a quick crossover to a different sport. Coach Hoiberg, Sam, maybe Fred. He had no pipeline. He had no Fab Five to rely on and say, hey, come to Nebraska because of such. But I would love for you to come here and starting to build something. That's what Nebraska coaches at this point, Nick, have to say, because although there were 5 championships, Swim, you weren't alive the last time we won one.
Yeah.
A lot of people are no longer with us. God rest their souls. So to your point, Nebraska cannot, even us old heads, yeah, that's great. Back in the day. Back in the Day is a great song. Horrible for recruiting.
It is
because it's irrelevant today to today's kids. They don't know anything about Nebraska's success.
I will say this: it's irrelevant for their priorities.
Yes.
For what Nebraska is pitching to,
it's got to be
the transfer portal. Yeah, it's frankly it's you have to go towards their, I don't want to say egos, but you have to feed into it to where how am I if I'm looking to move schools and for the betterment of my football career, I could care less about what this place was like 35 years ago. Because guess what?
No.
Because guess what? Look at Indiana. Let's talk about let's talk about the reverse effect.
Yes.
Let's talk about the reverse effect. Reverse effect is at Indiana right now to where you had 3 winning seasons your entire program's history from the previous 25 years. And yet here you are. Do you think they're back there going, hey, look, this is what we were in the 90s.
Hey, when Lee Corso was coaching back here in
right,
the 80s.
No,
you don't have that.
They're talking about right here, right now, because that's all that matters.
And it falls in line, Swim, what you said back in July. The time is now. What are we waiting on? And because the reality is, I know people would say, well, Signetti's unicorn, he's doing this. Regardless of what he may be or may not be, one thing he is doing is what we talked about. He's winning.
Absolutely.
Love or hate the late Al Davis. EU, shout out to you. His famous line, Des Moines Adams came in here the other morning, goes, AD, I get it, when you were saying just win. Just win. And that's what Indiana's doing. They just win. We can even bring it to our Nebraska basketball team. Just win. Let the critics say what they want to say. Winning is the ultimate deodorant for a lot of issues. But in order to win, the end result, there's a lot of things that have to happen in your foundation.
Yeah.
Do you have the right coaching staff? Do you have the right personnel? Has the culture been established? And Nick, we all know when you have a revolving door of coaches, it's hard to establish culture when the message changes every year. It's hard to build continuity when there's a constant influx of new coaches, new vocabulary, new terminology, new demeanors, manners, etc. So Nebraska's got some work to do. And swim. I was just talking to a guy. This was on Friday, I believe. You know, a client, he was like, man, what about your Huskers? Kind of taking a shot at me. He's an Oregon guy, lives out there in Eugene. I'm like, I said, look, dude, Nebraska lost its way. That's just the other way to put it. I said, I want this current coaching staff to be successful. I don't want to sabotage my own school. I want this thing to work. But we all know there's things that have to take place in order for that to be done.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be the coaching staff he assembles. That's going to be the players that he brings in. And again, evaluation is critical, Swim, as we know. You can't miss. And I'm not going to call any past names out. I think that's cheap shot and that's easy laying fruit. We know who those individuals were that didn't perform up to the level we thought they should have. Yeah. But Swim, you can't afford to miss on talent management and talent evaluation. It sets you back.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And so, I mean, and the other part is these schools are real good at negatively recruiting. The same way Nebraska is really good at negatively recruiting other schools. Guess what? Other schools are very good at negatively recruiting against Nebraska. And
it happens all the time.
It happens all the time. And so you have to make sure your ducks are in a row. You have to make sure the paperwork is ready to go. You have to, there's a lot that you got to make sure is all lined up. And here's the deal is I just, do I feel bad for any of them? Do I feel like, hey, yeah, you know what? You got a hard job. No, because this is why you're put in those roles. Like, this is why you go out and you pay as much as you did for a Pat Stewart, is for times like these. This is why you go and throughout the year, figuring out what players' priorities are throughout the season and what they are going to be during the off season is crucial. You cannot, this is not just like we make a joke all the time about like, all right, Pat Stewart, you earn your money right here in January. No, you earn just as much of your money from May to December as you do in January, because if you are unprepared and you have no grasp on what's going on inside Matt Rule's program between May and December, well, then you don't really have any idea of how you're going to handle January. And you're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it sticks. And so I hope Nebraska, for their sake, I don't want to say they learned their lesson with Kenny Minchey, because I don't think that this was a Nebraska issue. Like, there's a lot of people that said, and my initial thought, AD, was like, man, why didn't you just get Kenny Minchey to sign right away? Like, what was the holdup? I think more so it was just a Kenny Minchey deal, and Kentucky missed out on the Sam Leavitt sweepstakes, and Kentucky the same way Nebraska did. They swung high. They missed on Sam Leavitt, so they said, okay, you know what? We need to redirect our focus, and let's go get Kenny Minchey. And they did. Give credit to Kentucky, give credit to Will Stein, because now Will Stein's able to use the fact that Bo Nixon, the number one overall seed in the AFC Denver Broncos, he was developed under his tutelage. And then also, hey, up in this upcoming draft, Dante Moore is going to be probably the second quarterback off the board.
Unknown texture from Oklahoma, 6732. Good morning to you. My friend, it goes, it's perfectly fine to embrace your past. I totally agree with you, brother, but don't live in it. Yes. Do you think Nebraska has the right coaching staff? And you know what? It's a great question. First of all, I totally agree with you. There was a song back in the day that was called Back in the Day by Amadi. It was Back in the Day. I wish I was a kid again. All that good stuff. Great song, Nick. It's okay to have nostalgia and appreciate your past.
Yeah.
To lean on it and appreciate it. But that's like monopoly money today. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate your past. Let people know what built this program. It's kind of like you don't forget about your great-grandparents. At least you hope you don't forget about your grandparents and the hard work and the efforts they put in, and your parents, if they're no longer with us, God bless them. But you have to eventually, pull your bootstraps up and get rolling on today. And it goes back to your point, Swim. You have to win today. Big Daddy Travis, another great point. 0 5-stars on the number one team in the nation right now. You cannot convince me we don't have a coaching problem. Rule says it's not a reset, but we can agree that this is a reset to save his job this coming season. So I'm going to say this. With the coaching staff he's assembled, this time next year, we're going to know. And I'm going to say even sooner than that. We're going to know about halfway through the season as far as that goes, because the schedule is going to force you to come to grips for who you are. You will not be able to ignore it. You cannot hide it. You will have to face who you are. And it's like the great Denny Green said, we are who they thought they were. Yeah. We're going to find out. And I hope all signs point upwards. A coaching staff that still has some things they need to fill out. Obviously, recruiting still need to fill out. We'll continue to go over the portal and who's in and who's out as well. Real quick before we go, You got Anthony. We talked about Calandria, the quarterback we just brought in from UNLV. Big Tree, Babalade from South Carolina, 6'5", 338. Brendan Black comes from Iowa State, another offensive lineman. Owen Chambliss, the linebacker that came from San Diego State. We talked about him as well. There's plenty more names. Braylon, obviously, as you heard, Braylon Prude and both Tarver both got out of the portal, and they're back at Nebraska. Willis McGahee was one of the ones that left, I believe, yesterday, the day before.
A couple days ago. He
is in the portal as well, along with some of the Keona Davis was one of the first as well.
Keona Davis hasn't entered his name into the portal yet.
Officially yet.
Yeah. Which is intriguing because we kind of went through the same song and dance last year a little bit.
And and the thing about it, Swim, every other school is going through this in some shape or form.
Yep.
Imagine if you're just about about 3.5 hours to the east. In Ames.
Oh, in Ames.
Good gosh. It's crazy. Folks, we'll talk about tonight's matchup. Again, Ole Miss and you. Want to get Nick's thoughts on Ole Miss, why he thinks they will win. I'll give you mine as well. Also, briefly touch on the Huskers taking on 11-5 Hoosiers tonight at 7 p.m. at the Vault. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Way out there where the sun comes up under the big red sky, I do life the way I love, with family by my side. I feel home with me, no matter where I go.
Proud of where we're from, excited for where we're going. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back on the drive. We're here. Nobody can. Yep, AD is here. Yes.
Becca, come here real fast, Becca. First of all, Becca was underneath the over there.
The desk.
I mean, make this
The
clear.
desk.
Well, they can't see us.
Way over
Yeah,
there.
they can't see us right now.
She was figuring things out, and me and Nick were talking about our song. It was called 369 on the commercial. A good song. Good song. Get me wrong. Nick was like, I remember this song because I was 270. How much did you weigh at that time?
I was like 275. It was fine. It was fine.
Becca comes from under
out of nowhere.
I'm here.
Out of nowhere.
I am here.
Out of nowhere. That scared the crap out of me. Anyway, we're good.
We didn't say anything crazy, did we, Becca?
No. Not this time.
Besides some activities Nick was doing about 5 years ago.
Yeah. I rolled across a crosswalk. It was like 1 a.m. in the morning. I was dared to roll across the crosswalk in the Haymarket. That's the only reason I was doing it.
How much did you weigh at that time?
275.
I can't even picture you unless
Yeah, it
I
was
go
bad.
to the pictures.
It was bad. I was fat.
But dude, how much you tipping the scales at now?
221. I just weighed this morning.
Nick, I weigh more than you right now.
Well, yeah, but you're
I'm on that steroid.
Yeah, you're bigger.
Hey, no. I mean, I'm literally on steroids.
No,
right now.
I'm saying there must be steroids in macaroni. I'm saying like you got more muscle than me. I still got some fat I need to shred.
Well, I got that. I told you I got that carry-on luggage
Yeah,
too, dog.
okay. You're also taller than I am.
Barely.
I'm a short king.
You say king?
It's a saying. It's a saying. It's a saying. It is a saying.
Now
No,
he
it's a
is the
saying.
king.
It's a saying. Short king. But
He's the
anyway.
king of rock. There is none higher. You call him Swim or call him Zaya. King Swim.
Thank you.
I like that. Folks, quick question for you, and help me out. If you've ever been on a steroid for medical reasons, seriously, because they told me it was going to bloat you a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
I've noticed my blood pressure is spiked up, and the doctor told me that was going to be a side effect, but not to get too alarmed. But my blood pressure is definitely spiked up a bit. Those of you that have had to have happen before, what are you kind of doing to kind of just curb that a little bit, the effects? Because you get a little more bloated, your appetite. I know that enhances too. So give me some tips, y'all. I need some help.
Keith Tenney, Short Kings Unite. That's what I'm saying.
KT, what's up, dog?
That's what I'm saying.
Eric, yes, the humbleness of Nick never ceases to amaze me. Just
Whatever.
call me king.
Whatever.
Well, he'll bear more like King Dingling. Swimmy, tonight there's a matchup. It's going to be a great one. Of course, like I told you, I'll be on a Zoom, but I will be watching this very intently.
But I didn't want to hang out.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta handle business, man.
Yep.
You gotta work, man.
You do.
You gotta work. Swim, what is your reasons for thinking Ole Miss gets this done against Miami tonight?
Now, granted, I keep discrediting Miami and that defense. That defense is so good. Plus, up on the lines, man, Miami is big boys. I mean, those are men up on that Miami offensive and defensive line. However, with Ole Miss, now a little bit of adversity with Ole Miss. They're actually going to be down 2 coaches tonight. Their wide receivers coach and tight ends coach, as well as co-offensive coordinator. Those 2 guys are going to be out. They are not going to be on the sidelines with Ole Miss tonight because it was funny. Pete Golden at his press conference yesterday said, look, LSU's got 35 players in the portal. They're trying to recruit their guys. They have jobs to do, so they're not going to be with us tomorrow night or tonight for the game. But other than that, I mean, Nebraska, Ole Miss, they just keep on finding ways to win. They have a really good quarterback in Trinidad, and you start calling him Winadad. How about Winadad Chambliss? He just continues to do well, and then Kawan Lacey in the backfield. So Ole Miss, every time I count them out, they keep on showing up. Miami has kind of been the surprise team of the college football playoff. They're a much different team than what they were in the beginning parts of the season and throughout the ACC schedule. And Mario Cristobal might be one of the more underrated coaches here in college football.
Think about Mario Cristobal about 4 years ago, how they're like, he was almost on his way out of Miami.
Yeah.
Because I forget what game they're playing, just some of the most ridiculous play calls in the history of Miami Hurricane football. But yet here he is, guys, his team, 1 game away from playing for it all. Some of the key stats for tonight, folks, Miami points game are averaging 31, Mississippi State 37, yards passing games 253, Ole Miss at 315, rushing yards, almost, separation by about 25 yards, give or take, 152 to 180, Ole Miss 180, Miami 152. Swim, this game, when you look at the stats, opponents rushing yards, Miami's only given up 84. Ole Miss is giving up $146, which could be problematic. But you mentioned, Carson Beck, Nick, to me, so goes Carson, so goes the Canes.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, he's been a little bit unpredictable. Would you say that's safe to say?
Yeah, I think so. This is a guy, he's had his share of turnovers. He's got double-digit interceptions this season, where Chambliss, I believe, only has 2 or 3 on the season. On the entire year, which is kind of crazy to think about. And so you just figure out ways to get it done. I think if Miami's to win this game, it's going to be because they get the push up front that they did, and we saw against Texas A&M in the late stages of the game. David Fletcher, their running back, along with Charmar Brown, obviously the former Creighton Prep guy. Those two are going to be the key to Miami's offense and to Miami winning this game, in my opinion. Miami does not want to get into a track meet. Now, I don't think Miami's defense is going to allow Ole Miss to score at will, but if Ole Miss is able to put up 30 points or so, that's going to be tough for Miami to contend with, because they just don't have the offensive firepower that Ole Miss is capable of. If we see Ole Miss start fast, similar to the way we did see them against Tulane, then Miami might be in a little bit of trouble. But if Miami's to win this game, it's going to be establishing the ground game with David Fletcher Jr. and Charmar Brown, get the push up front, and then allow the defense to go to work and just go hunt open season on Trinidad Chambliss and the rest of the Rebels.
Bain, I love his last name, man. Bain. Born in darkness, I was forged in darkness. They're going to have to put some dark on Kewan Lacey, because in my opinion, Nick, if Kewan Lacey rushes for $125 or more, it's going to be a long night for the Hurricanes, because Kewan, as you both know, even at the fumble he had last week, it was last week, he said, okay, he dusted himself off. The coaching staff allowed him to dust himself off, and the rest is history. Went to work. They start focusing too much on him. You're going to have Harrison Wallace III, who's almost, he's just only about 120 yards short of a 1,000-yard season. So these guys cause issues. They cause problems. Dejon Stribling is another one you have to worry about with those guys. And then on the defensive side, our former guy, Prince Umamelon, obviously is with Ole Miss. 8 sacks on the year. He is a problem. Miami brings Muhammad Toure at tackles, Akeem Mesidor, but also Bain, who we talked about as well. Nick, I think this game is probably a 7 to 10 point game either way, but I think Ole Miss gets it, man. I think Ole Miss gets it. I think because of the chip on their shoulder, I think these kids are saying, you know what? We're tired of hearing who we don't have on our coaching staff.
Yeah.
But we are the players that are actually on the field. Now, obviously, players have to be coached, etc.
Yeah.
But I really think these guys are playing with a chip on their shoulder. And with Miami, in my opinion, is fragile mentally, not physically.
Yeah.
Miami tends to get down on themselves, and you start seeing the inner bickering. Hey, man, you need to be doing this. And sometimes Miami implodes, not explodes. Sometimes they implode because they start getting on each other. They don't do well with adversity, as we know.
Yeah.
They don't do well with adversity. So it's going to be interesting how Miami does tonight. In particular, and I'll say it again, if Beck if he struggles tonight, it's going to be a wrap.
Well, so I think if this game is fewer than 21 points, Miami wins it. If it is over 30, if any team scores over 30, I think Ole Miss wins it.
Yeah.
Miami's favored by 3 right now. So that's interesting there.
I think that's another thing. Ole Miss tucks in their mental Rolodex and said, okay, duly noted.
AD, who's the biggest Ole Miss fan right now? Any guesses?
Oh, it's got to be Lane.
It's Lane
He
Kiffin.
gonna get paid some more.
Give me some money.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. Pete Golden, nobody's cheering louder for you than I am. You need me to break down some film for Miami? I got film on Miami.
Money.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's a bigger fan than Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin going to be sitting there chilling saying, let's get this money, y'all.
Yeah. Hotty toddy.
We'll be back with the attitude adjustment.
He's gonna be hosting LSU recruits. Be like, hold on, I gotta see this play real quick. Listen, I know. We'll talk about LSU in a moment, but I want to see what Ole Miss does on this red zone possession.
He's got a button-up LSU jacket with an Ole Miss cap.
Exactly. See, I'm still repping LSU, but underneath I got some Rebel gear.
Hey, as the clock ticks down, 3, 2, 1, in his Venmo account, you're gonna hear cha-ching.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I just want to turn my ringer on just so I know what happens here.
This is the crazy world that we are living in when you have an opposing coach, literally the opposing coach, that is cheering for his former team because there's a lot of Benjamins at stake as a result. Nick, what would you do in that situation?
I'd be open. I'd use it as a bit. I'd be like, look, hey, man, Hey, look, we're talking about your NIL money. This is my NIL money. This is instant payment. Anyway, David wants to be a smart aleck and say I did. David on the text line. So if somebody scores 22 to 29 points, nobody wins? No, it means it's a toss up there, David. Go to work. Do something, David.
We'll be back, folks.
Please.
It's a drive.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at CoppellCars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know what? I just told you how awesome it was to be back in your presence, how smooth the show was going, how fast
it is going
and
really
then
quick.
I was looking up some news. All right, you got real and this is not making a point slug at your school.
Okay,
you got I'm not gonna,
there's no reason to mention
you
it.
got real bougie at me. All right,
Pius is not bougie.
You know what?
Pius is not
You're
bougie.
kind of being a male Karen right now.
That's wild.
And I would say
crazy.
Some of the E9 crew would concur, but based on some of the texts that you had sent, our very own Jay Foreman.
Listen, I was trying to be a kind guy to Jay, and he took it the wrong way over
there
text.
was no way in the world that was a kind gesture.
It's the everything gets misconstrued. Everything gets misinterpreted.
Usually when you take shots, they're pretty direct.
Here's the deal, AD. This is why I don't like texting. Is because
there's out of context.
Things get taken.
When you take a direct shot, I don't know how that's like.
I said happy anniversary to Jay. I don't see how that's bad.
Oh my God.
I said happy anniversary, Jay. Of a certain event that took place during his NFL career.
I'm gonna say this: if you guys don't see Nick tomorrow swim, just know there's going to be a celebration of life service probably pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because Jay is probably going to roll down here and stomp.
Austin asked me, he goes, should I lead the show with that later today, or is that too far?
Austin, my brother, I would not lead the show with that anniversary that Nick.
It's on. I asked him, should we lead the show with that later today? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah.
Austin,
he said, Austin,
do you
likes
love your
the
wife
idea.
and kids? I would not do it.
Yeah. I got to make sure I'm out of here by 3 p.m.
You
today.
may make it to the crib, but there might be some bruises, brother, some internal damage.
It's okay, AD. I told you, I've been watching Peaky Blinders recently.
What is Peaky Blinders?
I've been watching a lot of Peaky Blinders recently.
You better.
Yeah.
I already see it coming, man. Jay might put you in a chokehold.
No, the truth is, I just haven't seen Jay a whole lot recently. I'm trying to liven him up a little bit, trying to get him down here. He used to show up every morning, so just stop on in.
So you thought you'd resort to insult and violence?
Not insult.
You didn't think that was an insult?
I was wishing him a happy anniversary
of a traumatic event in his life. Do you think that's really is that reading the room? There's a book called Emotional Intelligence, and I would highly suggest you read it. It's about reading the room.
Okay.
It's about being cognizant of moods, mindsets of the person you're having a conversation with. There are some people who have really good emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
And there are others who it just not so much.
I will say this. I feel like I do a decent job of reading the room most days. I just still choose to act out. I think that's the problem.
Swim, you know what? Hey, I can do nothing but tip my hat because you just admit, you know what? When you can just own it and say, you know what? Yeah, I do, but I like to stir some things up.
I absolutely do.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah. And when it truly matters, Jay knows I love him and I respect him.
Thomas and Lincoln, this is it. Nick, stop being a kin.
Okay. David says, all of a sudden, Jay wants to meet Swim for lunch today. Last time that Swim will be seen.
I was wondering why he wanted to meet you in the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this restaurant down here.
yeah, just opened up. No.
Oh, man. Folks, it's been great to be back. I'm not sure much longer I'll have a co-host, though, because someone's health right here is might be in question coming up here.
No, I'm good.
No. Swim, it's great to be back. Listeners, we appreciate all the riders every morning. Again, big shout out to Austin and Jay for filling in for me. Appreciate you guys. There's no anything, it's enhanced when those guys here. Austin, it was extremely high IQ and just breaking down numbers and stats. And of course, when you've played the game as long as Jay did, you don't got to worry about stats and numbers. You lived it, you had experienced it. Similar to the kind of the jolt and the slap that Nick took at him on the via text, our group text,
Happy anniversary. Here's the deal. We can't act like Jay is innocent in this. Because no, we can't act like it because he got. I heard what he said about me on the air yesterday.
What did he say about you?
I don't need to bring it back up to the airwaves, but he brings.
I didn't hear it.
He talks about it. This is the problem. Everybody thinks this is a one-way street. No, similar to the transfer portal.
One-eyed Ray said, "Good knowing you, Nick."
Hey, Jay just texted said, "Nick, you need your butt kicked." Hey, here's what I'm gonna say: is that everybody wants to think it's a one-way street.
Thomas says he didn't say anything. Thomas listened to it.
It's similar to the transfer portal and teams deciding to move on from players. Here's the thing: it's similar to that because everybody right now is just speculating at that it was only me. Other things are said. Jay is just as big of a problem as I am.
Brother Swim, in the words of my late father, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
And I'm free.
So until we know the truth, praise the Lord, everything is speculation.
It's not my place to share.
Which could lead to a strangulation.
I just keep watching that side door and waiting to see if Jay can come in with that hair, with all that hair.
Eric said, "Happy slapperversary."
Yeah.
Folks, the AD attitude adjustment for today is this, and I'm telling you from experience, I sat in that hospital bed again. Never take the things that come automatically for granted, because breathing on Monday and Tuesday was hard. And I wrote that down. I'm like, man, Lord, thank you for the things that I take for granted every day. So don't take those things for granted, because when it changes, you realize how much you appreciate those things.
There you go.
Folks, we will ride with you tomorrow. A lot of Portal news. Ladies take on the Hoosiers tonight, 7 p.m. at the Vault. We'll ride with you tomorrow. It's The Drive.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most, and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
It's the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th at the Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. Come see trophy deer, hunting seminars, hunting and outdoor exhibitors, a 3D archery tournament, enter the blind giveaway, and more. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate, January 16th, 17th, and 18th. Learn more at NebraskaDeerandGameExpo.com and find them on Facebook. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 16th through the 18th in Lincoln.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you need